YouTube video script, Monsters from the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant. Hey there, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that's truly fascinating and a bit eerie, the monsters associated with the infamous Chernobyl disaster. You all probably know that Chernobyl was the site of one of the worst nuclear accidents in history, but did you know that it has also given rise to some wild myths and legends? In this video, we'll explore those eerie tales, look at the creatures still roaming the exclusion zone today, and ponder what's real versus what's just spooky storytelling. Let's get started. The Chernobyl disaster, a background. To really understand the stories that have emerged, let's take a quick trip back to April 26, 1986. That was the date when reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine exploded, releasing massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere. This catastrophic failure led to one of the largest evacuations in history, with thousands of people forced to leave their homes in the surrounding areas. The aftermath wasn't just a local tragedy. Contamination spread across Europe, leaving a lasting mark on the environment. The area became known as the Chernobyl exclusion zone, where life as we knew it just stopped. Over the years, the impact of this disaster continued to unfold, setting the stage for some chilling tales. The concept of monsters, myth versus reality. So what do we mean by monsters? Well, throughout history, humans have created stories about creatures that embody their fears or uncertainties. When a catastrophic event like Chernobyl occurs, it's not surprising that people start telling spooky tales to make sense of it all. These stories can reflect our fears and curiosity about the unknown. And Chernobyl, with its deserted towns and eerie landscapes, has quickly become a breeding ground for urban legends that blur the line between fact and fiction. Now, let's get into some of these legends that have popped up. Notable legends and myths. One of the most talked about creatures is what people like to call the Chernobyl werewolf. Yep, you heard that right. According to reports, some have claimed to spot a wolf-like creature lurking in the shadows, almost as if it's taken on some supernatural qualities thanks to the radiation. Eyewitnesses describe glowing eyes and an eerie howl echoing through the desolate landscape. It's a cool story, right? But it raises the question, is it just an overactive imagination fueled by fear, or could there really be something lurking out there? Next up, we have the notorious Red Forest. This area near Chernobyl turned an unnatural shade of crimson after the disaster due to high radiation levels. It's said to be a hotspot for strange happenings and rumors of mutated wildlife. People have claimed to see abnormally shaped animals, which adds fuel to the fire of the monster myths surrounding the region. Imagine stumbling into a forest that's literally glowing red. That's enough to raise your heart rate a little. And let's not forget about the chupacabra. You might be familiar with this legendary creature from Latin American folklore, known for preying on livestock. Some have drawn parallels between chupacabras and the tales coming out of Chernobyl, suggesting that maybe the radiation has given rise to even more bizarre creatures like this one. These stories capture the imagination and illustrate how cultures intertwine to create something epic, even if it's just a bit spooky. Real creatures and ecological impact. Now, beyond the legends, what's actually happening with wildlife in Chernobyl today? Surprisingly, the area has turned into an unintended wildlife sanctuary. Various animals, like wolves, deer, and even wild boars, have made a comeback in the exclusion zone. Although radiation levels are still a concern, researchers found that many species have adapted remarkably well to the harsh environment. There have been some reports of mutations among certain animals, which adds a bit of a Frankenstein vibe to the whole thing. However, it's crucial to highlight that the ecological balance is slowly returning in a world where humans are no longer in control. Theories and scientific insights. When it comes to the science behind these adaptations and the wildlife thriving in Chernobyl, experts have some interesting insights. There's ongoing research into how radiation affects animals and the ecosystem as a whole. Some scientists claim that certain species have developed increased resilience, while others are studying the unique dynamics of an ecosystem that's had a major disruption. It's a blend of nature reasserting itself and the bizarre outcomes of a tragic human error. So, as we wrap up our little chat about the monsters of Chernobyl, it's clear that the truth is often stranger than fiction. While some of the stories surrounding this site delve deep into myth and legend, the ecological reality is both inspiring and concerning. Chernobyl serves as a haunting reminder of our impact on the environment and the resilience of nature. Whether or not there are real monsters is up for debate, but the stories sure are captivating. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this exploration of Chernobyl's eerie legends, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your favorite Chernobyl legend? Have you researched any spooky stories yourself? Drop your comments below. Stay curious, and until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of our world.